Log number 4. It seemed like just yesterday that we started. Oh wait, it was kind of almost yesterday. I'm hiking. I'm almost at the top of Fryman Canyon. Here's the valley. Oh, here, let's get up. You can see. And it's called the San Fernando Valley. If you go this way, Hollywood's over those hills there. The other canyon, Runyon Canyon for the fancy Hollywood people. Okay, it's getting dark. I think it's time to go to the hustler for some serious revenge poker. I don't think it's revenge poker because we won last time. So, but you know, it's always good to go into a session with the revenge attitude. I'm gonna crush them after I drink some water. Cheers, good morning. Well, this session starts with a bang. I pick up ACES twice in the first hour. First time I get ACES, I'm under the gun, I open for $10. Obviously hoping for a late position 3-bet. Unfortunately, I get a call. So 5 of us are going to see this flop. The flop comes 2, 3, 4. Not a great flop for ACES, not a terrible flop for ACES. It's a rainbow flop. Somebody could have hit a set, but for some reason, I'm more worried about the 2-3, which seems to be everyone's favorite hand to play right now. So, being under the gun, I decide to check, see what happens, and no one takes a stab at the spot. When the turn brings a 10 and puts 2 clubs on the board, I decide to make a bet. I bet $30 and I get 1 caller from the only really good aggressive player at the table. The river pairs the 4 and puts up a 3rd club. With about $100 in the pot, I decide to lead out for $20. Kind of a blocker, see where I'm at bet. And this very good, very aggressive player quickly makes it $70. I go into a little mini tank. If it was anyone else at the table, it's kind of an easy fold. I don't see anybody else making a bluff on the river for that size. But this exact player he's actually good enough that I want to call him down. So I call the 50 and he turns over 10 jack. So I'm not sure if he had turned his hand into a bluff or he was actually trying to get thin value for a top pair medium kicker type of hand. Either way, I bring in a nice $200 pot. Good way to start the session. Okay, this is actually my second time picking up aces in the first hour. This time I'm in the big blind and our button makes it $10 to go. I get to make it 30 and I get 1 caller. A little more what you're looking for when you got pocket aces. Just you, heads up, 80% favorite. Flop comes ace 9-2. Pretty nice for me. And I decided to lead out. Now, I know a lot of people aren't going to bet this because you've got the board locked up. What can he possibly call with? I think he's going to fold no matter what I do. So I might as well just bet it out. I bet $30 and he calls. Turn brings a king. Now I lay the big trap. I check and he bets $45. Now I give him a show. I Hollywood for a solid 15 seconds. I mean, Meryl Streep could probably take some notes. It was a solid performance is all I'm saying. He didn't seem to fall for it though, because he kind of mucks pretty quickly after he says something like, "Oh, I can't beat 3 king." Bring in my nice little $150 pot. Great way to start the day. Then I spend about an hour or so and nothing much happens. I look at a bunch of flops, miss them all until I pick up this king 10 suited and I drag in a massive. You know what? I'm gonna let the world's greatest dealer lay it out for you.
All of it? You bet the whole nickel. There you go. Oops. Thank you. Thank you again. Appreciate that.
Thank you, dealer. Yeah, it took me a while to stack those chips. I mean, I barely had time to recover before I picked up queens in the straddle. Okay, I make it 18 on my straddle, pick up 2 callers, and the flop is 3, 4, 6. Turn is a 4, pairing the middle card. I lead out again, same bet, $30. Same 1 caller, we go to the river. And then the dealer says the greatest thing I've ever heard when someone tries to leave. Listen.
Where are you going?
Huh? I'm out of here, brother.
Buddy, you still have chips. You can stay.
Oh, I know.
You still got chips. Why would you leave? River isn't so pretty. It's a 5. So now we have a 4-liner and a pair on the board. 3, 4, 4, 5, 6. I've still got my overpair of queens.
I have a 100 right here.
I check.
I have a C.
He checks back. I turn over my queens. They're good.
Queens.
Okay, the very next hand, I pick up 9s. I'm in the big blind now. I make it $15. We get 3 callers. Flop is ace, king, jack. I check, someone bets, and I fold. But this hand really kind of shows the yin to the yang of the session, which was I was winning the medium to large pots, and I was losing the small to medium pot without getting put into too many tough spots, which actually makes for a pretty good session. Okay, just finishing up lunch at Casa Vega, the world famous Casa Vega. It was fantastic. Let's go for a walk. I want to talk about that session. I won a few hands, I lost a few hands, but I won just a few more than I lost, which got me thinking about winning and losing. And like my good friend Nuke Lelouch says, I love winning, you know? It's like better than losing. Only my version is, I like winning, but I hate losing. I hate it. So if I win even a little bit, I'm very happy. So I cashed in for $250, I won $300. That's $50, that's 20%. It's not a lot, but I didn't lose. And it got me to thinking again about when I first started watching vlogs. And you know, I love Andrew, I love Brad, and when they first started playing, they played low stakes, things I could relate to, things you could relate to, games that we were playing. Then they moved up in stakes. I remember once watching this vlog, and he was like, well, I won some and lost some, I won $2,000. I'm like, that's a lot of money. And then he said, I cashed in for 10 and I cashed out for 12. And I'm like, well, that's only 20%. And that's what I did today, 20%. I can't even, with a straight face. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you next Friday.